that's us right there. Looks pretty accurate to me. It really does.
Yeah, I'm gonna play smoke on the water.
Well, I'd say we're ready to go. All right, so we tried something new today, or yesterday, or whatever, whenever we did it, and we actually ordered all this stuff online, and then we just picked it up. Called a Bopus. The guy, the guy when we showed up, the guy's like, "Oh, are you here for a Bopus?" And we're like,
What the hell is a Bopus?
yeah, we're like, oh what? And he's like, Bopus, and I'm like, we just kind of ignored him. I started like pushing the wood, and he's like, Bopus, and we're like, what the hell is Bopus? And it's buy online, pick up in store. Could have just said that. Anyways, we ordered all this stuff online. We were trying to like, last night we built out a bunch of stuff on paper, and then we were trying to price out how much it was gonna be. And Courtney's like, you know, you can just put it all in a cart, buy it, and they'll have it ready for you. And that's what we did, and that was like the coolest thing. So I'm sure a lot of you guys do that normally. We've never done it. That was like the easiest wood shopping experience of my life. That was tight.
It was already ready for us.
Trailer's a little overweight, but what are you gonna do? As long as she hangs on.
One 14-footer at the end is like whipping in the air.
Yeah, it's not a happy 14-footer. This is so sketchy. This is the absolute worst. So I did a pressure test on the bags on the BRZ, and everything held out except the one bag that, like the one back corner that we're having problems with. You guys can see basically what I did was I just aired this whole thing up to like 50 PSI, went home, came back, and just like checked on how everything was doing. So they all stayed. Then this one went down. So I tightened up the fitting inside the car, and we did it again last night. I did another 50 PSI, went home, and this one is like significantly lower than the rest. So I think it's the actual fitting on the bag. That means you gotta lift it back up. I gotta take the wheel off. I probably have to drop it off the arm. It depends if I can get a tool back there or not, but either way. And then after the video of us putting on the bags, I actually realized that I wanna go a little bit lower in the front. I did like some real hardcore investigating, and I realized that I'm not actually hitting the frame like I thought I was. I'm just extremely close. So when this thing's completely aired out, I didn't notice it in person, but in photos you can see that the front is like 1/4 inch, maybe a 1/2 inch higher than the rear when it's completely slammed. That's stuff that I'll do off camera, but I'm just letting you guys know that that's things that are getting dialed in and getting dealt with. Today is gonna be a good day though. Today we're doing something that I've been wanting to do for like, since we moved in here, which has been already like 3 months.
Before we even moved in.
Before we moved, the day we came to look at it, we left and we said that that's what we were gonna do, and we just haven't done it yet.
Exactly.
So it's been a long time coming. We just, I don't know why we haven't done it.
So busy.
Like, yeah, we just have other things to do. Something that I told you guys right away when we moved in here was that it would be really nice to build a loft up here, or a mezzanine, or whatever you want to call it. We want to build another level up there where we can just store things. I was actually thinking about putting like my office up there and then having storage under here. The problem with that is that we have like, this heater is intense. It gets hot, super hot. So last night we came in here and we kind of drew up a couple little things that we were looking at. This is like 1, 2, and then we realized that this isn't gonna work. And we made a final, which is this. So this is all we're going off of. I know it doesn't look like much, because it's not.
Exactly. And like,
but it's all we need.
But we know what we're looking for.
Yeah, we made this so we understand.
Exactly. Come on, guy. Over 85.
Cut it just a kiss shy because I want to have just a little bit of wiggle room.
Look at the line.
Yeah, buddy. I cut it just a little bit so we have room for the post.
What happens if you cut two sides?
Cut the this top side and then this side.
Yeah.
This well, if you have a deep enough blade, mine's just not deep enough.
Oh,
so
okay.
mine it'll leave like just a hair.
Oh yeah.
But
then it'll
it's
break
pretty
off
good
weird.
for like a triple side cut. Like look at this. Like we're nailing these. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
For the situation we're in. This is my new welcome post.
Hello everybody, look at my post.
Welcome to the shop. This is my new post. We should name this Malone. Alright, well I'm up here. I don't have a drill, and then I don't have any screws, but I'm ready to drill it in.
So we need to cut another piece that is that size. And then we're gonna measure 85 and a half.
Okay.
So we're gonna go 85 and a half. 161 and a half. Cool.
So that's where this post will go?
Yeah.
And we'll just kind of float it for now, or what?
Yeah, so we're just gonna cut this piece, and then we'll get that piece and that piece ready. And then we'll stand it up and then put this piece in first because it's shorter. And then kind of hopefully it balances, and then we'll get that one screwed in and this one.
Right about, right there.
Why don't we build houses?
Because it's a lot more work than this.
I don't know.
Houses are boring, dude. You can't drive a house.
In a car.
You can live in a car, you can't drive a house. There you go. Okay, so this is essentially what we're gonna be using as like a base. Now that we have this up, I can give you guys a little bit of a better idea of what we're trying to do here. So we have a bunch of 2x10s and 2x8s and like sheets of plywood and stuff still left on the trailer. And essentially what the plan for this is, this cross piece we put into the studs all the way across, like every single stud we use, so it can take quite a bit of weight. And then this one we put into the cinder block. And then we got some 4x4s in all four corners because this is gonna take weight, this is gonna take weight. We're actually gonna put a piece that connects on top of the bathroom because the bathroom, we checked the studs are good enough that we don't have to outside frame it. A lot of people, like shop bathrooms, they'll put a frame here as if it was like another wall, but we don't actually have to do that. Now we just gotta make sure we use the right stuff. So that's 2x8s. These are 2x10s. We got the 2x10s for the stairs. This is a long boy 2x8, 4x8, 7x12,
16 by 48.
16 by 75 and a half. So we notched this because there's a little bit of like a weird wiring thing coming out of the wall. It's like for some reason this wire comes up in a hard line and we don't really want to mess with that, so we just notched it right there so it'll fit around that guy. Gotta do what you gotta do. What's your plan? I just stopped paying attention for 5 seconds.
Okay, so I got that piece of wood. It's the length of the bathroom, and then we're gonna get 4 of these, screw the 2x4 into it, and then flip the whole thing upside down, screw it down into the bathroom, so the 2x4 is on the bottom, and then we're gonna screw through the side into these, just to give it more
So
weight.
it'll be like 2x4 under here,
Yeah.
and then screws coming in that way?
Yeah, just to give more weight onto the bathroom, because right now there's only 2 screws holding that top 2x8 in.
That's a good idea. Yeah. And then when the only thing is when we're coming, like when we're on the thing, when we step over, we'll just have to be mindful of like those 4 posts.
Yeah.
Or worst case, we can go buy another 2x4 and cap it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's do that. That works. It doesn't have to be fancy. What is nice about the way we're doing this too though, is that because we're using the bathroom as kind of like a structural wall, and sure, like it's not gonna be the nicest over here because this isn't like the priority space. Dude, it's hot standing right here. Anyways, what's nice is we're also getting like a bonus, however much space this is, like 30 square feet, probably not even that much. Right now we're just dumping bumpers and stuff up here, but it'll be nice, we can like extend the railing that's gonna go across. We can extend it across the bathroom also and just kind of like take over this area too. Our original plan was to overlap onto the bathroom. Mm-hmm. That was what we were planning in the beginning, was that we're gonna come out far enough that like 2-3 inches over top of the bathroom and use that. But us being amateur builders, we pooched the measurements a bit. So now we're just, that's the point of this brace. Because now if we bolt this into this 2x8 and then bolt it into the bathroom, it'll take a lot of load off of this. Hi! Emerson also just showed up and he brought the hood for his car so he can put it on so we can actually like put it outside and not have to worry about it being like this. Are you planning on working on it all today?
I also plan to help you too when you need
Okay.
it. Robbie doesn't like broken cars.
I just want your hood on. So if I put it outside, some stupid kid that walks by isn't gonna be like, oh, Mishimoto rad cap, that looks nice. Pocket, walk away, you never see it again. Okay, also we have an issue that I noticed when you showed up. This is just custody, it's been laying around the shop.
Yes.
But your truck has a sticker on it and it's not this. So you need to fix that. And you need to do it right now.
Let's go.
Like, what is even this, dude? I don't even know what it says. I just seen it when you pulled up. BC Toyota 4. Have you ever taken this thing off the pavement?
Yes.
No. When?
When I had 150K.
Or did you go on the side of the road on the shoulder? Because that doesn't count, you idiot.
Oh,
Who let you put this on in the first place? There you go.
Bang.
That's nicer. That's a nice sticker, buddy. Committed Crew logo stickers. These are the only things that are restocked every single drop. Everything else kind of changes up. These are the one thing you guys can get every time we have a drop. Look at this. This is nice. We got this outer crossbeam. Nope, this isn't a crossbeam. What would you call this? Piece of the shell. We got this outer 2x8 bolted up across all these, and then we jacked this guy up a little bit, like put some pressure on it and just screwed it into all the crossbeams just to give them a little bit of extra like rigidity. I think what I want to do is I want to take that one once we're all done. That one was like a little bit shorter. We swapped it out with a different one up here because we bought one extra. What I want to do is cut that one into like little 16-inch squares and put it, just like run it down the center of this in between each one to give it a little bit more strength. But I'm not gonna do that right now. Right now we gotta get the stairs going because the stairs are the absolute worst and I don't wanna do them and Brad doesn't wanna do them and we just gotta get them done because they suck. We also doubled up 2x4s. We bought all this wood for like a railing, but we ended up just doubling up the 2x4s right here. That way, not only is it supported on like the 2x8 is supported on 2x4, but any of these, if anything were to like break or come loose, it's supported on a secondary 2x4 too, which is really nice. These are all torqued down, all these sleeves. Yup. Yeah. They're all torqued. And we're having fun. Like this is another one of those DIY things like when we did the trailer, how it's like different than always doing car stuff. And it's nice to kind of take a break and do something like this, and this is fun, and we're having fun. We don't want to come past the bathroom because we just want to kind of like use as little real estate in the warehouse as possible. So our staircase has got to go all the way up there, and then all the way to the floor in this much room. So in about 7 feet, is this 7 feet we measured yesterday?
I think it's just under, or maybe just over.
So in 7 feet, we have to go up at least 10, 12?
Yeah, so it's not a good ratio.
No, it's a terrible ratio. Here, let's start clearing this stuff off this wall also. These are the worst. I think I told you guys to get these things, and I think I filmed this about 5-6 times. These AeroZoom foams are the absolute worst. We've had them for like 2 months, and they went from gray, look at this, they're literally yellow. And they don't even see sunlight.
They're gross.
They're disgusting, and all they see is this, because it's like been nasty outside, it hasn't even been sunny. These haven't even like, I don't even know how this happens, dude,
really
but they're the worst.
Look
at that. We've reused the black ones like 3-4 times. When you pull them off, they come off nice. These ones are terrible. I recommended them at one point. I'm taking back my recommendation. I paid more money for these than the Amazon special, and they really just aren't that good. Let's start with this. Start with that right there.
What if we go like that?
Well, you want it right there. So start with that angle, cut that. There you go. So cut this top line, put an arrow to that. And then once it's on the floor, we can get a better idea of what to do up there. That way we don't mess up our only pieces of wood. Do you want to explain to them what they just saw?
So if we would have measured like this, it's more than that because technically it's like
Well, corner to corner.
No, it's like that. That's
You want the
11.
rise to be 11.5 inches,
Exactly.
but if we measured this way, it would have
With
ended
an
up being like 14.5 because the angle.
Exactly. So what I did was we just measured wherever it was right here. So 11 and a half, 23, 34 and a
You can't
half.
even like see it on camera. There you go. He drew these every 11.5 inches, and then we just put like a 2x4
sides.
straight across on both sides.
Yeah.
Because he measured it up both sides, and then we drew a line where the 2x4 was.
Dude, you guys are geniuses.
That's like, you could say it's genius, or you could say it's like super, super dumb. But I think that was like, that worked. We were gonna notch the wood, but there's different ways of making stairs. Like a lot of stairs. Okay, well I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna get hosed because I don't build houses, so I don't know. But like, I know a lot of house stairs, they all have sides. Like no stairs, most stairs at a house don't just fall off the edge, they have a side.
Yeah.
So all that it is we're
just gonna do that.
Yeah, we're just gonna screw a piece of wood like this, and then I'm gonna go out tomorrow, pick up like 2x2s or something, whoop, and then I'm just gonna cut like a strip of 2x2 and screw it under here and then screw it into this just for like extra support. But literally just putting the screws into this should be fine for tonight. We're making a lot of this up as we go, but we're also making it work. I think that's what's important. Are we ready? I'm literally just waiting for one of these to just abort mission.
That one has a lot of flex and wiggle.
I'm gonna go ahead and say we made it to the top of the stairs, baby. It's more of a ladder than a staircase.
Yeah, it's one of the steeper ones, but.
I mean, when you look at it, it looks like a staircase, but it's also got like almost a foot in between each stair. Like, look at the gaps on the frickin'. That's almost a whole foot. So somehow our math said we were gonna get 12 stairs. We ended up getting 9 stairs. I don't really care. We got the stairs. Dude, they look fine. They literally just look like stairs. Like when you step on them, they flex just a wee bit. It's too steep, dude. You can't do that. You can't run them. Like we could have had normal stairs that come to here, but then even just going to the bathroom or like anything, you have to go around. It just takes up too much space that we didn't need to take up. All right, you want to throw this plywood on so we can get this over with? That didn't work out very well. Okay,
We're done!
we're done, dude. I went out, we actually, somehow, I don't know. We messed up a couple measurements, obviously, like we showed you guys. We bought 4 sheets, because that's what we thought we needed, but we only needed this half sheet, which is really nice, because we extended this, like Brad was saying, we're like 3 inches extra, so this piece is like 2 feet, and I should have enough cutoffs to kind of come in here and just fill this gap with just like, obviously it won't look perfect, but we're gonna have shelving all across these walls. That's the whole purpose of this, so you won't even notice it's there. So I'm gonna use the rest of that sheet to kind of use cutoffs for this, and then we have all these boards, like they're not moving too much anymore.
I put a screw right here. That it was moving quite a bit.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty much done.
Yeah.
We got a couple things we need to dial in. We need to get these shaved down. Just like cut it right there at the right height. I'm probably gonna put a railing across here.
Because it'll keep things from falling over.
Yeah.
Not just us, but like things.
And it'll look nicer than
Exactly.
like a weird
It'll
open
look more
space.
complete.
So we'll put a railing across there, and then I'll probably honestly railing the bathroom in too, just so that it all kind of feels like one
Exactly,
place.
yeah.
We can tidy this mess up, get rid of it. We gotta put that thing under the stairs, that's right. The stairs, honestly, the stairs are fine. You just gotta get used to them. They're not that bad.
Take the first step and.
It won't break, dude. Honestly, when you're up there, it doesn't move anymore with all the stuff. It doesn't move in the middle at all. I think we should put a post just for support, just for moral support.
Yeah.
We'll get one more 4x4 and shove it right there in the middle. It's kind of cool to be underneath. Like when you go under it, it just feels like neat, because like we built it. So it feels like cool under here. I don't know, I like it. The other thing I think I'm gonna do is we realize we have this, oh my God, there's so much stuff. we realized we have this and that there's no plug in it. So what I'm probably gonna do is actually take it off this, route it up onto the roof, and then plug in some lights to it. And we can have some nice lighting under here. And then yeah, once we put like a railing, it'll look a lot more official. It'll look a lot nicer.
Yeah.
But it's there, and we did that pretty good. Like, we didn't get started. It's really high.
But we didn't get started until like 12:30, I think.
Yeah, by the time we got all the materials and like the filming started and actually started, like moving stuff and stuff, it was like 12:30. And now,
I came at 12.
oh, the time changed. What time is it?
9:23.
9:23. Right now it's 9:23, and we did this. We gotta come through and put like the little anchors in the footings. It's like, this is literally perfect for what we needed. And this was relatively cheap too.
Yeah.
Like for what we spent to make this happen, $450 on wood, and then I spent $90 today on materials.
Yeah, like
On the screws and the anchors, and like if you don't need the anchors to go in the concrete, you don't need to do that, they're expensive. We spent like just under $550 for this whole thing. So we're gonna, I'm saying come in at like 6 once I build a railing and do like a couple more like fine touches, a little bit more wood. And we didn't lose any space. This is exactly where the S10 was parked this morning. So we're still exactly the way we were. We did it. Successful building days. Dude, I love these.
this is fun.
It is fun. It's not cars. It's completely not cars. And it's fun. We get to use our skills and build something that isn't cars. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out and stay committed.